Sure. Hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sami Liaquat. I'm from Pakistan and currently I'm doing masters in ONEA. Masters is art and culture. Yeah, before I was in Jakarta, like it was like right now I'm also a scholarship student, and before it was like government scholarship in Jakarta. It's like culture exchange. So at that time, like my scholarship was like a non-degree program. It's like culture exchange. So after that, I decided I pursue my education in Indonesia, like master's. So yeah, that's I'm right now in here in Jakarta. Yeah, that's all.
Wow, okay, thank you, Sami. Very nice. And okay, for the next is Farid from Indonesia that's studying in Mesir.
Hello guys, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good
Maybe
afternoon.
there is afternoon in Indonesia, but in Egypt, no. In Indonesia, it's good evening, right? You guys, nighttime there. So let me introduce myself. My name is Mumtaz Farid Ahmad. People usually call me Mumtaz, but Farid is good. It's good too, no problem. Currently, I'm studying and pursue my education in Egypt, especially at University of Al Azhar. And right now is my first year here. I'm not scholarship student. I'm just a regular student that still paying the university. But for your information, guys, in Egypt, if you pursue the education and you select the religion stage, like maybe you guys know Usuluddin, Syariah, Dirasat Islamiyah, Lughah Arabiyah, and some like that. The government will give you free education, and you just need to pay for registration. Just that. And yeah, maybe that's all for me. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much, Farid. So you are the first, what is that? First studying, you student. Okay, so if we look at your origin, everyone from Pakistan and also now living in Indonesia, and you, Farid, now you live in Mesir. That before you always sleep, and eat and also doing activity in Indonesia. I think Farid first. What do you think about Mesir, Farid?
So guys, what I think about Egypt. So you guys know is in the nation term is Mesir. Egypt is a very beautiful country. You know, in Egypt you can see a pyramid of Giza. You can see the Nile River, and the beautifulness of the country is not from the building. It's not from the pyramid. It's not from the Nile River. But the beautifulness of Egypt is the people. I tell you guys, the people in Egypt, they're so much closer to Al Quran than us in Indonesia. Every vehicle, every transportation in Egypt, especially public transportation, they have like reciting a Quran from a radio, from the MP3 every day. So if you ask some of the driver that use the public transportation, they there is a hafid in Al Quran. So you can everywhere meet hafid Quran in Egypt. That's the first. And what I think about Egypt is um, in my first year right now is winter season. So like in Indonesia we don't have winter, but in Egypt we have winter, we have summer, and the 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 coldness and the hotness here is not good for Indonesian people. I I oftenly sick once or twice, maybe I don't remember. But the point is, the beautifulness of Egypt, you can see, is not from the building. Just not from the building. It's also from the people, and it's also from their educational history. You know, in Egypt they have a lot, and they have a long educational history that maybe 1,000 years, 1,500 years, and somehow they still managed to stand and still managed to protect their educational history until now. Maybe that's from the beginning. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Farid. Oh, okay, I can see. Okay, I can see. How is the Mesir there? And also, let's move to Sami. Sami, what do you think about Indonesia?
Indonesia actually, it was like this is my third year in Indonesia, and actually I love Indonesia because of people. Like I don't know, uh, I think in here people behavior with foreigner like is so good actually, like so nice actually. Like we have like for foreigners in here a very good privilege in here, but I don't know about the locals with local one. But Indonesia, why I like Indonesia because it's secular country. If I talk about like Pakistan, it's not really secular. It's like more Muslim or something, you know. So I like secular countries. So that's why I'm living in here. Like that's why I like Indonesia. So that's why I pursue my study in here. And if I talk about like culture of Indonesia, because I'm a student of art and culture, so I know like a lot of cultures in here, a lot of languages in here, so a lot of experience in here. If the person coming from another country, so if he wanna travel around like Java or Sumatra, like whatever he want and they want, so they can learn different cultures in different sites. So that's beautiful thing in Indonesia. And Indonesia it's like beautiful country. And I was in my first this is my first travel country. Like in 2023 I first traveled to Indonesia. So after that I travel a lot like around in Asia, and I just came back from Europe in Germany. So I think the Indonesia is the reason, to change my life, you know. So I have too much respect of Indonesian people and the country. So I'm glad to in here, you know. So yeah, that's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Sami. So the people of Indonesia is very kindness and also politeness, right? And okay, Sami, you also can visit destination to see the more beautifully of Indonesia, especially in Jogja, and we can guide you to see there. And okay, but the next question, everyone. How about your country? What's different between Pakistan and Indonesia, and also Indonesia and Mesir? Sami first, please.
Actually, if I talk about like Pakistan or Indonesia, if the foreigner coming in Pakistan, so I think uh, the Pakistani people are more hospitality is very like famous in the world. So I think my country hospitality more than Indonesia because I know my people. I talk about foreigners. The foreigner going to Pakistan, it's I think more hospitality, like people showing more hospitality. So yeah, but in here, I already told you the Indonesia is secular country. So I like that kind of thing. So like a lot of religions in here, and people always like respect the religion and the persons. So that I think good thing for Indonesia. It's similar like Turkey, I think. Yeah, that's all I think.
Okay, thank you so much, Sami. Um, okay, and how about the destination of the Indonesia?
Destination?
Yeah, like for tourism or etc.
Oh. For destination, right. Actually, I like Jakarta as well, but when I was been in Bali, so I think Bali and around of Bali, like Nusa Penida or Lombok. I have been in Lombok, and that was like so amazing, so beautiful. So I think for me, the Lombok side is so nice actually for tourism as well, and yeah, Bali as well is like Bali is famous. So yeah.
Oh, you have done to visit in Bali, right? And you said that on the 10th December,
Yeah.
you
Actually, I'm going to Bali in 10th of December. Actually, my friend coming from Australia, my childhood friend, actually, like
oh,
my very old friend. So coming from Australia, so we have like 2 to 3 weeks in Bali. Yeah.
oh, wow, so amazing. Okay, and Farid, what's different Indonesia and also Mesir that you think?
If you talk about differences, guys, um, there is a lot. There is a lot differences between Indonesia and Egypt because from the first thing that I think in my brain when we talk about differences is the geography. The geography of Indonesia and Egypt is very different. Like in Indonesia, we just have 2 seasons, but in Egypt we have 4 seasons. And maybe if we talk about differences, maybe the people here doesn't really like to hate each other. Like maybe in Indonesia, especially I live in middle Java. In my neighborhood, we usually like saying hi to people every time we pass one another. But maybe in Egypt, we just don't give attention about that. Like we just give a hey, we just say assalamualaikum to people that we really know. But that aspect doesn't mean that Egyptian people have a bad or not good hospitality, but because the culture is different. That's the first thing. And maybe uh, the biggest difference between Indonesia and Egypt is, of course, the culture. The culture is a big frame, big world frame that we cannot not talk about that because in Egypt the language is different, the the activity, the neighborhood activity is different, and maybe I can say almost all thing in Egypt and Indonesia is different. But the best thing that I can say is in Egypt, the education, the education is surrounded. Like you can earn knowledge maybe in public transportation. You can earn knowledge when you order a coffee. You can earn knowledge when you just waving around maybe in a park or maybe in some water boom or something like that. Yeah, that maybe I actually think that a big difference and a good difference when I get to Egypt because people here like to share their knowledge, like to share especially about religion knowledge. Yeah, that's maybe I can tell about that.
Okay, thank you, Farid. And that you remember that for the first you said about you sick because the session, right? And I have a question for you. Did you
Uh,
experience culture shock when you first arrived there?
if you talk about culture shock. That's maybe very necessary when you go to the new country, right? But in my situation, I don't really think about the culture because when my first arrived at Egypt, I just focus on my education. Just I need to as fast as possible. I need to clear. I need to finish the registration in my university because if I don't finish the registration, I cannot join. I cannot do the exam. So maybe if we talk about culture shock, I think there is a next question about this, but I will tell you from now. A lot of culture shock is maybe in the food, maybe in the transportation, and the habits of the people. Yeah.
Okay, about food, transportation, and also habits from the people. You also said about that for the transportation, people always read Quran and etc. Right? That is the most interesting thing that we know now. Okay, thank you so much, Farid, and also Sami. Hello. Okay. I'll ask you about the same question with Farid. What your shock, culture shock in Indonesia?
Uh, Culture shock in Indonesia, like the biggest culture shock, I think for every international student is like food. So actually, my food is similar like Arabic, like the Egyptian food or something, but yeah, like also like similar like Indian food. So in here, actually, biggest culture shock, like people always eat nasi, like always eat rice. So that's I think biggest culture shock in here. So I think for me, right now it's not eat everything like every kind of food of Indonesia, but before when I came to Indonesia, so firstly, so then I like that one is the like that time was biggest culture shock of food. So I think that's all from my side of culture shock.
Okay, same like Farid. For the food, right? Because
Yeah,
Indonesian people don't eat if they don't eat uh
rice.
right, everyone. Okay, and then about how did you adapt to these differences, Sami?
Adopted.
Yeah.
Like how can I adopt the differences? So actually like I think for every person, if the person living a very big time in that country, so it's easy to adopt, like like why I adopted in here. Actually sometime I cook my food in my home, so, but a lot of times I cook food, so I buy food outside. So I think Indonesian food actually is easy to eat because like I have been in like this Singapore, like Vietnam or Thailand. Actually, Thai or Vietnam food is not easy to eat. So in here, like every food actually like it's like crispy chicken, just putting some sausages. So I think every like a lot of food is like crispy chicken. So like yeah, easy to eat. So yeah, easy to adopt actually. So it's not too much headache actually. Like if the person I already told you, if the person always already stay in that country like long time, so it's easy for them to like pursue the culture and differences, adopt the differences. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Wow. And oh, Sami, have you eat geprek in Indonesia? Because
Of
Indonesia
course.
very like geprek in
Yeah,
here.
of course I eat gaprek. Yeah.
So spicy or
Actually, like if the person use padas, so it's so spicy for me. Actually, we eat also spicy food. I like spicy food, but Indonesian people actually eat very organic, like spicy food. I don't know how can how can I explain. So they eat padas, and actually it's burning, inside. But for in I think Arabic side, So people don't, I think, really use like chili, but in Pakistan we eat chili as well. But Indonesian, I think people are more eat organic chili. It's so hard for me actually.
Oh, yes, that's right. Because Indonesia is very hot at the level of spicy, Samir.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, and Farid, how did you adapt to these differences?
This is very interesting because the food in Egypt is very diverse and there's much food here. The first thing that I know about adaptability and something like that, we can tell that the biggest weapon of humanity is adaptability and learning. And maybe all people agree about that. But we talk about adaptability and adaptability of food here is kind of hard, you know, it's kind of hard because when people in Indonesia they eat meat like cow or sheep or goat, people here doesn't eat the meat. They eat inside it, like the liver, like the lungs, and there is like a weird taste, if you if you know, weird taste because they use also different spices that we use in Indonesia. We know that Indonesia have a lot of spices history, especially when the Dutchland come. No, no, no. I'm just kidding. We have a lot history of spices. So back in my home in Indonesia, I usually eat spices more, but here the spices is very different. You know, Arabic spices is like trusting your nose, like bam, like that. And every every food I taste, I can tell the name. The first one, maybe you guys doesn't know about the food. The name is mushakil, and there is a kibdah, and there is a tojin, and there is a shugu. There is a weird name in Arabic. So all of this food, all of this food have a very strong spices that when my friend eat it, they throw out. When my friend eat it, they throw out. But when I try it, I don't want to be thrown out because I pay for the food, right? I eat it and I just try to adapt with the taste, with the spices. And right now, I'm in my second year. I just ad- fully adapt with the food. Like I can eat all Egyptian food right now. That's very good. And maybe that's enough for me.
Okay, so there is more spicy than Indonesia, right?
Not spicy, but the spice, the
Oh,
rempah-rempah, the
oh,
rempah-rempah. Yeah, the spice
oh,
is very different.
oh, okay. So you making chili alone there, or what else?
What was that? Can you repeat?
Uh, I think if you kangen tuh apa ya? If you miss the Indonesian food,
Yeah, yeah.
uh, you maybe sometimes making chili by yourself, or
No, 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 guys. Actually, here there is a lot of Indonesia restaurant here. There's a lot of Indonesian people. So,
oh,
right now, I'm in Indonesia restaurant. Nah, I'm ordering like ayam bakar. I'm geprek also here. So when I don't want to eat the Egyptian food, I just come to the Indonesia restaurant and I eat the usually I eat in Indonesia. It's like that.
oh, wow. Okay, thank you for telling us about the new story. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay, um, we talk about language now. What's language differences, Farid? How do you mingle with people around you, especially when some people can't speak in English?
Yeah, and that's very interesting because I use my English skill just in a forum like this, just in a forum like this, and maybe in some competition I do that. Some competition here, some English speech maybe. But in a daily life, I just use the Arabic. I just use the Arabic language because the trend of English of language English in Egypt is very low. Um, Comparing to the Indonesia, you maybe come to Indonesia and tell English one or two, and Indonesia will understand. But here the trend is very low. So you cannot speak English with the locals. You just speak English with your friend, maybe Yuna and Rafi. I speak English, and but with Egyptian, it's very hard to seek that Egyptian know to use the English. It's not because the educational, it's because the trend. Like there is a lot of foreigner here, but there is a low trend of users in the English language. So I use it daily with Duolingo. I also use Duolingo. I buy it premium, and I training my English after day after, and maybe I English. I learn English for about 4 years right now, and that's it.
Okay, you use your Duolingo, and we also use the Duolingo here. And also, you said about Arabic language. Yeah, please tell us about Arabic languages.
اللغة العربية هنا هو غائب جدا
Amin.
لأن لأن this is this is not a dua, my friend. This a daily basic of uses the language. Nah, every day I speak like that. With the locals, maybe with my teacher in university, with my friend. Yeah, we use the Arabic language. That's the
Okay,
small
what
piece.
is the
Is that
translate of the language?
I just say that the Arabic language here is, but I just say like اللغة العربية هو translate like the Arabic language. هنا يعني هنا يعني here. اللغة العربية هنا. That means the Arabic language here. I want to continue, but you guys just say amin, so I just stop. Okay, maybe we can throw the question next to Sami. That's enough. That's enough for me.
Okay, thank you. Because we only can say Bismillah and also Amin. And also Sami. With language differences, how do you mingle with people around you, especially, yeah, when someone can speak in English?
Uh, Actually, when I was in Jakarta, so that time it was so hard. Like that time it was easy actually to communicate with people, but in Jogja, it was actually a little bit hard to communicate with people. Actually, people can't understand language, like not understand English. So yeah, I also use Bahasa, but it's like basic Bahasa, not too much I'm not fluent too much in Bahasa. Yeah, I'm lazy to learn, but I still know basic. But I'm not speak Javanese language actually. It's hard to me. It's hard for me actually. And for lectures in my class, actually, teachers used Bahasa. Sometimes I translate, or yeah, like I think a lot of times I translate Bahasa to English. So yeah, it's actually hard, but that's fine actually. But because I know Indonesian people, like psyche of Indonesian people very well. So for me, like very easy to communicate with people. So I know how to comfort to people, the Indonesians. So yeah, I same like your friend. I'm also used like a basic language in here. That's all.
Okay. About Japanese language, we can teach you after this. We can teach you about what is that, guys?
Actually,
Piye kabare?
bahasa is okay.
Yeah. Okay, Sami. Can you practice your Indonesian language a little bit? I think.
Uh, like nama saya Sami, saya asal Pakistan, saya tinggal di Jogja, senang bertemu dengan Anda. Like that's all.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh, you're very nice at your accent, Sami. After that, we can teach you about Japanese language like
Sure,
that.
sure. But
Okay.
not in Zoom, maybe in physically class.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Sami, have you had any bitter or difficult experience, I think, while living in Indonesia?
Uh, Not really actually, but sometimes because I ride motorbike in here, so sometimes I saw some accidents on road. So that's bad thing. I don't know like what is the law of Indonesia, but for me I feel bad. I saw sometimes people injured on road, but no one going for help to him. Him or her. So, but if I talk about Pakistan, if the accident happened in Pakistan on road, so people don't care about any kind of thing. They helping to them. But in here, people just watching and take videos, and no one even help to her or him. If they that's very bad. Like I feel so bad. So a lot of time I helping to people and I just helping even no person touching to the person. So yeah, that's I think very like culture shock thing in here. But in Pakistan it's very opposite actually. So yeah, I think that's just that thing actually, not at all.
Oh, so sorry to hear it. What do you think, guys? You just smile, smile. Okay. How about you, Farid?
Oh, okay. So, that's a fun fact, you guys. Egypt is the second highest country that has a criminal case in the Middle East. Number one is South Sudan.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true, right? That's true, right?
That's true.
So,
That's true.
so as a foreigner live in Egypt, we have so much experience about the criminal case. We have so much experience about the robbery, about the thief, about the attack of Indonesian people, verbally, maybe sexually. I'm sorry. Here is a lot. But
Farid,
the suspect, yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
uh,
How is it?
that's the reason I like Indonesia because Indonesia is secular country. If the country more Muslim, I because I know the experience thing in Pakistan, so it's like
Yeah,
you said like it's like rape things or criminal things. That's easy. People are frustrated there, so they are doing that kind of things actually. But Indonesia, I think
yeah,
it's opposite. Yeah, in Indonesia also have some criminal case. I don't know not too much that kind of thing, but I think Egypt is more actually because I have a lot of friends
yes,
from
yes.
Egypt, so they are just like talking about. Okay, so but
Yeah, no problem, no problem. That's right. That's very true. Because the criminal case here is very high, and the suspect is not merely Egyptian. The suspect is maybe, I'm sorry, the Sudanese, maybe the Somalia, and other people that migrate to Egypt. They do a lot of things here. Maybe some illegal immigrants here is also a lot, and there is like I don't know how to talk about this. If there's a lot of my friends that have a lot of criminal experience, their phone got robbed, their money got robbed, their house got robbed, and man, I just sad to hear that. But lucky me, I don't have the criminal experience because I will protect myself with the silat. No, 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 no. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, no, no. Kidding. I'm kidding. And yeah, for your information, guys, the criminal case here is very high, especially for Indonesian people. So yeah, maybe when your friend here in Egypt need your help, please help him because maybe he's surrounded by the Sudanese immigrants. No, no, no. I'm just kidding. Maybe he's in a hard situation. No, no, I'm not comparing the hard situation in Indonesia or in Egypt because Indonesia is also in a very hard situation. The government, the people, that's very fucked off. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry to say that. I'm very sorry to say that.
Um,
Okay.
one experience, criminal experience with me. I have been in beach. It was
Yeah.
6 months ago. So someone stolen my shoes there actually in beach. Second experience, I have been, maybe people know like a Scala restaurant in Jogja. So I have been there and someone stolen my phone from my bag actually. I've been in toilet and when I go back, so my phone actually not in my in my bag. So my phone also stolen in here. I think, but I never experienced that kind of thing in Pakistan actually. No one has stolen anything. Yeah, I think every country has like bad people. Every country has a good people. So it's
Yeah, yeah.
depend on countries. Like in everywhere has bad people. So
Yes, yes. I agree. I agree that, as Sami said, there's also good people. There's a very lot of bad people here. So you guys just stay safe and and luckily you guys pursue education in Indonesia because here the risk of you live here is you don't know, maybe tomorrow you die or something like that. No, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, then maybe that's enough for me. I'm kind of talk about not important thing. Thank you guys.
Okay, thank you for sharing your experience. Okay, how about your condition? Are you okay, Farid? You okay?
I'm very okay right now. I'm healthy, and hey, you guys look. There is yes. I have martabak here. Martabak. Oh, oh, martabak.
My God.
Martabak telur. I order martabak telur.
Please sharing with us. Oh, Farid, if you join your silat, I can taekwondo. So if you not okay, you can tell me and I'll kill them.
Okay, you can kick the head. I can punch the stomach. We can beat them.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. Um, Sami, have you had any bitter or eh? Is is this okay? And the last question: what impressed you the most about Indonesia, and why did you decide to study here, Sami?
like impressing me.
Yeah,
Uh,
impressed. Like,
oh, okay. So why, like, I think I already, at starting time, I already told to them. Uh, actually, I already told, like, in here, it's actually, Indonesia is actually peaceful country. If you, because your friend already told to you for the situation of Egypt, or like, so Indonesia, from my experience, like, is very peaceful country and very secular country. So no one judging you in here, like especially like a religion or something. From my opinion, maybe the local opinion is different. So yeah, I really enjoy Indonesia and the people, especially people, are so nice in Indonesia. I have been in Southeast Asia country in like Malaysia, Vietnam, Singapore, Thailand. So I think in that region, in this region, in Southeast Asia, Indonesian peoples are best people in here, best people, because I already experienced a lot of countries. So in Southeast Asia, so my result is like Indonesian people are best. So yeah, so that's the reason actually I'm living in here. And one more thing, they give me scholarship fully funded, and they also paying my everything like my allowances, living allowances. So why not? Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Sami. So nice to hear it. Okay, and Farid, how about you, Farid?
Was that what impressed me the most about Egypt?
Yeah, right.
How can I tell this? This is very dramatic for me. Uh, what impressed me? Uh, what impressed me about Egypt? Maybe the life, the life lesson you get, that you can get when you pursue your education in Egypt is beyond the expectation. Because here I just become, I think, more adult in my age. I become more adult and more adapt. And if we talk about what is the most impressive thing about Egypt, there is a lot. Because no. When I think about that, is it's a lot of variable that comes to my mind. But when I want to tell Indonesian people about what's the most impressive things about Egypt is the education, because the education here, especially in University of Al Azhar, is very excellent, is very amazing. The teacher, the friend, the place, and the source. There's a lot of library. There's a lot of books that maybe you cannot have in Indonesia. Because if we talk about hospitality, Indonesia is more hospital. If we talk about government, uh, actually, government here is very bad. Uh, if we talk about landscape, okay, there is a pyramid, there is a Nile River, but there's not such a good variable to think about what's impressed me the most about Egypt. So I think when you ask me about the what's the most impressive thing is the education, because comparing education in Indonesia and here is far beyond the level. Here, education is so much free, is so wide, and you can find maybe in the street, you can find education in store everywhere, especially for me, because I'm Indonesian. So, yeah, maybe the most impressive thing about Egypt is the education historical, the education habits, and all of the education aspect.
Okay, thank you, Farid. And everyone, wouldn't be perfect if there was no interaction with the audience, right? Okay. I think from the audience, do you have question, everyone, to our yeah?
Please don't ask hard question, guys. Please don't ask hard question, please.
Okay, Ravi, I think, do you have question?
You already in hard situation, so no one asks you hard question.
Do you have, guys? No one? No one have question? Okay. Okay, everyone, before we end our podcast today, are there any closing words you would like to offer to the audience, Sami and also Farid? Closing statement.
Okay, I will start first. Closing statement. Yeah, like for me, closing statement is like I think in every person in his in life in the world actually. So every person has like goals or something. So for me, I also have some goals, but sometimes we guys are disappointed like by ourselves. So don't be disappointed, and every time keep your goals, and I will every time try to you to achieve your goals, and never give up, and don't don't listen to people. You can do you guys do whatever you want. So I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Everyone, before we next to Farid, we have one question from the audience. From who is that, guys? From Amin?
Okay. Actually, I have one question for Farid because I personally really like the Egypt mythology. Actually, I really like the mythology. And just speaking of fun fact, I heard that earlier you said that Egypt is one of the region that have high criminal rates, right? It's number two, right? Okay. So, is there any fun fact again that really just different from what people thought or just stereotype that literally different from what people most common people think? Like I personally think that Egypt is still apa ya? Everything is full of desert and still there's a God everywhere, just like that.
Okay, okay. I mean, that's a very, very good question because personally, before I came to Egypt, I used to think like you. I used to think like you. I personally like the Egyptian mythology, like the god Ra, the Anubis, yeah, something like that. Because here we study about that. Maybe if you know the name of the knowledge is Milal wan Nihal. There is in Milal wan Nihal we study about the god. We study about the god that Egyptian worship in their era. So I know lots about the Egyptian god also. But if we back to your question, what's the fun fact that maybe it's different from the people's stereotypes, right? I don't know. Here, maybe you guys don't know about it, but here is also a modern country. Um, Maybe in Indonesia we have IKN, right? We have IKN. Nah, here we have Madinati. The name is Madinati. Madinati is like New Cairo. Cairo is the current state here. Like IKN, New Cairo is also Mangkra. Hmm. Nah, that's maybe that's maybe one fun fact that I can share with you guys. Because here, as I say, the government is also corrupt. Uh, so yeah, that's the biggest. Maybe people don't know about that, right? People don't know about that because uh, Egypt is very personal and very private about the government. That maybe you guys never heard of the news, never heard of the Mr. President. I can say it out loud because I can get sniped. Sorry, we can say it out loud here because yeah, there is very different, you guys. The stereotypes maybe we see in Indonesia, Egypt is all desert, all sand like that. No, there is a city here. There is a big city here, but also wait, what can I do? That's oh, did I answer the question? Yes, maybe that's all.
Yes,
I
that
cannot break the government security.
it's okay. It's yeah, good. I have a new ideas of Egypt beside of just full of desert and all.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Amin, for your nice question. And I think there is just one question here, everyone. So, Farid, please tell us about your closing statement.
Let me take a breath. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Closing statement. Damn. Okay. Um, from you guys, to you guys that live in Indonesia, I hope you guys always strong. That a lot happened there. I'm also think about my parents there. So you guys need to be strong. You guys need to be united, and you guys need to learn every day because we don't know. Maybe our knowledge will benefit us tomorrow. Maybe will benefit us next year. We don't know. So don't stop learning. And the second thing I can tell you guys is the best power that humanity can have is adaptability and learning. With adaptability, we can go everywhere in every country. We can learn their language. We can consume the knowledge like never we had. So don't think that you're stupid. Don't think that maybe people is smarter than you. No, all of people have their own opportunities. All people have their own exam in life, and trust the God, trust the process, and you will get the best. Maybe that's all for me.
Okay, thank you, Fari. Thank you, Sami, for your closing statement for today. And also, that is a wonderful thing to hear. That's right, everyone. Okay, one more time, thank you, Sami, and also Farid, for sharing your story. And also, thank you for listeners for tuning in. And also, don't forget to follow Culture Talks for more international stories. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.